Hey everyone, welcome back to this Tosca automation playlist. And today we are going to solve an interesting automation challenge which I'm going to give you, and also I'm going to show you the solution on how you can solve this particular problem using the string operations which are available in Tosca. So we are going to look at two string operations. One is the trim function and the other is the string replace, right? Using these two string operations, we are going to solve an automation problem, which you might face while automating any web application. So let's look at the challenge first. So I'm on this demo web shop site, right, where we can add different products into the cart and we can do a checkout, right? So let me show you the scenario which we are going to look at, right? So I'm going to add any product into the cart. Let's say this notebook. So I click on add to cart and then I go to shopping cart. I do, I perform the checkout here, and then I go through all of these checkout screens. Okay, so performing all of these steps is not difficult. You can scan all these elements and then you can go ahead performing all these steps on the demo website. Okay, but what I want you to do is I want you to find out, or I want you to store this order number in a buffer value so that it can be used for verification purpose. Okay, so every time I place an order, I want to store this order number, and the challenge is to extract this order number and store it in a buffer so that it can be used for verification. Okay, so this is the challenge. If you want to resolve this problem on your own, then pause the video and go ahead and work out this solution on Tosca, and then come back to the video and watch out what is the solution which I proposed. Okay, so now we understood what is the problem, but let's see what is the solution for this. Okay, so there are basically two steps. We need to First, we need to extract this particular value or this order number from here, and then we need to store it as a buffer. Okay, so for this, I have already prepared a module. Okay, so basically, I've scanned the elements which are present on this page, and this is the module which I have created. Okay, so you can see here that I have got one for success message, for order number. Okay, and if you look at the properties, one important thing which I have done here is I'm not capturing the complete text because the order number is dynamic, right? So this order number will be changing whenever we place a new order. And that's why I have used regular expression here, okay, in the visible inner text. So order number and followed by asterisk, which will work for any order number. Okay, so whatever text is after the order number, that doesn't matter because of this regular expression on my inner text. So it will be able to identify this particular element, be it for any order number. Okay, so that's the only important thing while you are scanning your module you should take care of. Okay, rest of the things, this is a link, this is a button. Okay, so this will be scanned easily by Tosca and able to identify uniquely as well. You just need to take care of this order number text, which is a tag li element. Okay, so once you do that, I've created already a test case here. Okay, find order number, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag this module here. Okay, and first I'm going to buffer the order number. Okay, now although I cannot extract the order number directly here, I will show you why. Okay, so here we need to buffer the order number. So this is the element which gets the order number for us. Okay, but the problem is it contains the text as order number and then which is the text and then the number. Okay, so you will not get the number directly. You cannot buffer the number directly because everything is in one single element. Okay, So we have to somehow break this and get only the number from this particular text. Okay, so first let's get the whole text and then we will see how we can break it down and just get the number. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the action mode to buffer because I want to buffer this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say buffer the inner text. Okay, and to the value, so that will be b underscore order. Okay, so it will buffer the value of this particular element into the buffer b underscore order, right? So that will buffer the value, and let's go ahead and check this first. Okay, let's see what it is buffering. Okay, you can see the step was successful, and the buffer with name b underscore order has been set to value. Now you can see here there are two problems. One, it has got the whole text, which is order number and then colon and then the order number, right? The actual number, which we want for our purpose, or which we want to store as a buffer for our verification purpose, right? The other problem is you can see there is lot of white space before and after this text. Okay, so we also need to get rid of this white space. Okay, and we also need to extract this number from this particular buffer. Okay, so these are the two problems which can be resolved using the string operations. Okay, so like in any other language like Java, .NET, you do have string methods or functions, right? Similarly, Tosca has its own string operations. There are a number of operations, but I'm going to talk about two basically, and these two are, one is the trim function or trim operation, okay, which basically removes the white spaces from the start or end of the string, right? Just what we need. So we want to trim the white space which is just before the text and after the text, right? And then there is string replace operation. So this will basically replace all occurrences of any particular input which we are providing or pattern, right, with a new value. Okay, so what is my idea is I want to replace this order number text, okay, with a white space. Okay, so that's what I want to do. So I will replace this with a white space and then I will trim all the white spaces so that I just get the number here, okay, which is 1431918, and then I'm going to store it in a buffer which then can be used anywhere in my test. Okay, so that's the solution for this problem, and that's what we want to implement, right? So now let me show you how this can be done. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use the tbox set buffer. Okay, and here we are going to give a buffer called b underscore order number. Okay, so this is our new buffer which will store the actual order number. Okay, and we are going to extract it in our value, right? So how are we going to do this? We have to use two string operations, as I said, right? So here, let me first enter the expression which we'll be using, and then let me explain you how I have formed this expression, right? Now, I'm not typing this expression because I am not good at maintaining all this curly braces and brackets. If you make a mistake, then this expression will be invalid, right? So you have to take special care while forming this expression. I'm going to paste this expression in the description so you can take it from there if you want. Okay, so let me explain you how I have formed this expression. So first I am using the trim operation. Okay, and inside that I am then using the string replace operation. Okay, so these are the two operations you can see here. And inside the string replace operation, then we need to pass the actual string, right, where we want to replace. So that is b underscore order, our buffer which contains the string. right? So that's the buffer. It will get the value here, and then we want to replace this particular text, right, which is the order number followed by colon. Okay, so we want to replace this string with a white space, and that's why I've given two brackets, two square brackets. Okay, and then I'm using the ignore case parameter. Okay, so this ignore case is basically to ignore any uppercase or lowercase. Okay, so no matter if I've typed it in lowercase and in the application it is uppercase, right, this will take care of that. Okay, so it's good to have, but it's not compulsory. The most important parts are these two parts where you have to provide the actual text, okay, followed by what you want to replace by what you want to replace. Okay, so if your expression is correct, you will see it is highlighted in this way in Tosca. Okay, if it is not, if it just displays as normal text, then something is wrong with your expression. Okay. So now, if I go ahead and run this, we are going to get the order number as the actual number, okay? And it will be stored inside the buffer b underscore order number. So let's go ahead and see this by running this. Okay, and you can see the step was run successfully in the log info. I will see buffer with name b underscore order number, and it has been set to value 1431918. Okay, and this is the order number which was generated by the application. And now this I have in a variable, right? So this is stored in a buffer variable which I can call anytime in any of my test case, just to either verify the order number or do anything, any modifications on the order number, right? So it can be used for many different purposes. So this is a very common scenario if you are working on e-commerce web application, right? So if you are placing an order on the website, you would want to know what was the order number because it will be dynamically generated by the application, and you need to capture it and store it somewhere if you want to go further in your automation, because that verification of that order number is very important. So this was an automation challenge which I thought would be useful for you. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new today. If you were able to do this in some other way, then do let me know in the comments. So that's all for this video. Do tune into our channel to watch more interesting videos on Tricentis Tosca and many other automation tools. Do subscribe to our channel if you have not already so that you get notified about every update we make on our channel. So until we meet again, see you and keep learning by watching different videos on our channel.